Hey there! I feel like it has been forever since I've done a week in the life vlog, so I have a kind of exciting week this week. At least exciting for me, compared to my normal weeks. It's just a pretty busy week, and so I thought I would take you along. Hello and happy Monday. I have here my my Monday chocolate milk in a coffee cup because you gotta pretend like you're an adult. This is a little tradition my oldest and I have started this year because Mondays are hard, and Mondays I always drive her to school and then I work, and so she makes us chocolate milk while I finish getting ready, and then we take it in our little to-go cups and we just call it Chocolate Milk Monday, and it makes Mondays better. Highly recommend a Chocolate Milk Monday. So really quick, if you're new here, my name is Katie and I make a lot of content about adoption from foster care, which is why my channel is called Adopt Informed. But I refuse to be pigeonholed, and I really enjoy making little day in the life or week in the life videos, sharing our travel videos and stuff, which I feel like all fits because it's showing what life is like as an adoptive mom. And so I hope that this is still interesting to you. If you're interested in any adoption content as well, definitely be sure to subscribe because I share that stuff all the time. And most of you know that I'm an adoption consultant, but I think if you're like an oldie but goldie, you probably also know that I'm a teacher as well. So I teach part-time and then I run my business part-time. So basically working part-time, I work Mondays, Tuesdays, and every other Wednesday, and then the rest of the week I'm home where I can work on things like making videos for the channel, editing videos, I have consultations with clients, and all that sort of stuff, working on future projects, which I've got one up my sleeve right now. That's kind of what my week typically looks like. So I just dropped my oldest daughter off at school, and I have some time to kill in between dropping her off and when my school starts. So I thought I would just stop over here and say hi to you for a little bit. Okay, so this week there's a lot going on. First of all, Brielle, my youngest, is in her very first musical, and if you know anything about her, I've showed little clips of her on my channel like throughout the years, but she is a performer at heart. She is extremely talented at singing, and I don't think I'm saying that just as her mom. Like, I grew up singing. She potentially has perfect pitch, I'm not sure, but she has been able to match pitch since she was like 2. And I mean, like, match it very quickly, like a song she's never heard before. I've also recently taught her how to harmonize with me a little bit. So she has some musical giftings, but it has been so hard to find a place that will let kids her age, because she's in kindergarten, be in a musical, but I found one. And so she is going to be in Frozen Junior this weekend. So this is a really busy week with a lot of like tech rehearsals. So they're gonna go through the whole show. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking her there a couple times this week and then also going to her performance on Friday. So I definitely want to take you along for that. I think it will be really fun just to document this little experience in her life. I'm also going to a bachelorette party this weekend for my friend Catherine, so I'm really excited to do that. She's actually made an appearance in one of my videos before. I think it was like a Christmas shopping video.
Hi. What's up?
We're having gourmet
I can't even take this
pizza
off.
for dinner. Classic culinary treat.
Yeah.
But we jazz it up. We put some garlic that Maya chopped up. She's my garlic chopper. And I put some extra pepperoni, and Emmett just eats it. So, but he took a shower. All right, so Maya and Emmett, we just realized are twinning. You've got your shirts on. Do you remember what it says?
Camp Paradise.
Camp Paradise. And where is that?
Right here.
In Brazil. We got that from Cece and Dee Dee, which is our way of saying grandma and grandpa, which is kind of a funny way of saying it, but that's how we say it. Okay, I gotta eat some pizza. Hello, it is Monday evening, and I think I showed our super classy dinner from earlier a little while ago, but I am currently working on a sign that I need to paint for Brielle's musical. So because this place where she practices and everything is so far away, it's harder for me to volunteer for things where I have to be there because it's like 45 minutes away from our house. So they said they needed someone to paint a sign, and I've actually painted signs before for people. I've painted like canvases before for my house, like with words on them, quotes, whatever. I'm like okay at it, so I figured I might as well volunteer. But this sign is huge. So I was just trying to map out like where all the letters are gonna go, and I get really stressed out about that part. So I think I figured it out. So I'm gonna go paint that in a little bit here. And then later I'm gonna have to tell you my car drama, because we've had major car problems, and so my mother-in-law is coming over in a little bit with her car, and I'm gonna drive her back to her house so that we can borrow it. It's quite the exciting week around here. Okay, so here is the sign I have to work with. So this is actually our table, this little table, and then this thing basically covers the entire part. They also said they were gonna give me paint and they didn't. So I've kind of like sketched out what I want it to say. It says Wandering Oakens Trading Post and Sauna. So if you're a Frozen fan, you know what that is. And I'm just using random paint we have, so I'm hoping it works. I'm in this really weird setup because we had family over this weekend, so we brought this table out for the kids. And did we ever put that table back? Of course not. So it's actually working out pretty well because I don't really want to paint on our nicer table that's also covered and stuff. So I'm gonna get to painting until my mother-in-law comes over. Good morning. It is Tuesday now, and I actually just dropped off Maya, and then I'm treating myself to a little Chick-fil-A breakfast because I was irresponsible and I did not allow myself enough time to get breakfast ready this morning. This week is just a little crazy. I realized that last night I never actually told you my car drama story, so I'll quickly tell you that, but then I'm gonna drive to work. So basically, we had about a month or so ago, my husband Nick's van, which I'm currently driving, was having all sorts of battery issues where the battery was dying, and it was in and out of the shop. It would die in the middle of a trip, like to work or whatever for him. And it was awful. We were having to like borrow cars and like figure things out. That is finally fixed and has been fine. But I mean, it was like 3-week saga of it. We thought it was fixed and then it wasn't. And so whatever, we were just like really happy to be done with our car problems. Well, then my car ended up breaking down last week, like about a week ago. I was on my way to take Brielle to her musical practice, which is pretty far, like I mentioned. And on the way there was this weird noise, and then my air conditioning went out, and then my battery the light started flashing saying that the battery's running out. So I called Nick and I was like, I don't know what to do. Should I stop here? Should I like try to make it back? And he was like, I think you should turn around and try to make it back. So turned around, tried to make it back. I got into our town, and oh my gosh, like my car started smoking and it stopped at an intersection and it just wouldn't start again. Now, it happened to be the perfect place to break down because it was this perfect area where I could turn around a corner and be in this little like alley where it wasn't really in anyone's way. And because it was smoking, we had to like get out of the car. And this family came out of their house right next to where we broke down, and they were like so sweet to us. They were like, we'll call the fire department for you just to see if like they need to come. And like they gave us bottled water and they stood out there and talked to us. So it was like really cool that even though it was a bad thing that happened, I felt like God was looking out for us and gave us, you know, people there that were just so kind to us. And even the fact that my car broke down in that exact spot, which wasn't the way I was planning on going. I meant to go through this stoplight and I missed it. And so I had to go through this intersection where it was just like a 3-way stop or a 4-way stop, I think. And it was just like the perfect place to break down. Like if there's a good place to break down, that was it. And it was like minutes away from my house, so it really wasn't bad. But yeah, that's my car drama. So now I am using Nick's car today. He is using my mother-in-law's car, and my car is, we took it to the mechanic and he was like, there's nothing we can do for it. It was a 2009. Like, I'm not a fancy car person. I would much rather spend my money going on trips. As you might know, you might notice if you followed me for a while, I'd rather take my family on a Disney cruise than have a fancy car. So we are going to be starting the car buying process. So I'll update you on that more later, but I need to eat this sandwich. All right, it is now after school, and I've had quite the adventure because it was raining like crazy, and Nick and I went and test drove a car. We're not getting it. It had a smell. I can do that. I can do a lot of things like little dense or something. I don't really care as much, but it smelled bad, so it's a no. I'm actually getting ready to do one of my first sessions for my new adoption program, which is called Equipped to Adopt. And so I'm getting to work with a couple tonight, and we're going to do their first session, which is kind of a get to know you type of thing. And we walk through my adoption quiz, which if you've never taken the quiz and you're interested in adoption, it's free. I'll put it below if you're interested in it. But we're going to talk through the results of that and kind of just chat through a little bit about their background, what made them want to adopt. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know them because we will be working together over 6 different sessions. So I will really get to know them super well, which is a big reason why I'm excited about this program in particular. It's kind of a lot to go from teaching all day to this, but I genuinely love doing this and talking with people, so I'm excited. I've got my notes here. I've got myself getting set up on Skype, so you can see I have some of these questions. We're going to talk about the quiz. We do some activities. There's a little sneak preview. Okay, so tonight was really fun. I actually had the opportunity to go to a coffee shop after I dropped Brielle off at her practice, and so I was able to get a little bit of work done, which is super nice when we're driving so far every single night. So let's catch up with Brielle now on another day. So Brielle, where are we tonight?
Well, we're at my show.
Okay, so it's been over a day since I last checked in. Yesterday, Nick and I looked at cars like a lot of the day, and then today has been really crazy trying to figure things out because we think we found one we wanted. But tonight, we did something fun, so I'm going to have Brielle tell you about it.
Hello, YouTube channel. Today, I went to practice today.
Okay, here, let me hold it. I'm going to do something.
Sorry, YouTube channel.
Here. Okay, Brielle, so what have you been doing this month?
I was at practice, and on accident, I got something wrong.
That's okay.
I said, father a little too early, and I was really stressed out.
Okay,
with
so
myself.
tell them what musical you're in.
I'm in Elsa's musical.
What is it called?
Frozen, and it's super fun, and I've been learning a lot of new stuff, and we've been having a meeting for so many days at
practice so many days. Yeah, because you know what they call this? They call it Tech Week.
We were having Tech Week.
And you have how many costumes?
I have 2 costumes, a cream one and a beautiful purple one. It's super pretty.
And when is your first show?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And it's gonna be super fun. And
I
promise you that I'm gonna tell you all about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Not Mom.
Well, tell them what special thing you get to wear on your head for the musical.
I have to wear a microphone.
A microphone? Why do you need a microphone?
Because I have a little part named Father. It's super fun.
You have a solo.
Solo. It's super fun.
All right. Well, we're going to get her home and go to bed.
No!
Well, it is very late at night now. Anyway, I am like printing out all the musical tickets for everyone who's coming. So tomorrow night, I'm going to see the musical, and Nick decided he's going to help backstage because they could use some more help. So I'm watching it with my best friend, her husband, my mother-in-law, her husband, and 2 other of my really close friends. Yeah, there's a lot of people coming, so I think it will be really fun. And then I'm also going to be helping with the show on Sunday as well when my family comes into town to see it. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. I think the kids sounded really good. I was impressed because I've definitely been to plays or musicals like that schools have done that haven't been great. I mean, this isn't a school, it's like a community theater, but I'm really impressed with how many kids they have and how well they've organized everything. Oh yeah, and tomorrow we might go buy a car. It's been the craziest week and not a good time for my car to die. I mean, no time is good for a car to die, but this was an extremely unfortunate time when my daughter is in a musical that is 45 minutes away from our house and they have practice every single night, 4 hours. So hopefully soon I will have a car. And then I also have a bachelorette party this weekend. There are lots of fun things happening this week, let me tell you. We're back in the car. It's the next day and we are going to Brielle's performance.
It's the real show today.
The real show is today, so
I'm a little nervous.
Nick and I didn't end up getting a car today. Wasn't in the cards.
We are gonna get a new car, and it's red.
We might get a new car that's red. We'll see.
I can't believe it.
That looks like probably easier if you sit down.
Our famous actress.
So there's your picture.
Is that somebody else's?
No, I just had to scribble. I just scribbled to make sure the pen worked.
Oh, right over the words.
I love it.
Wow, this weekend was crazy. I barely really talked to you guys, but now it is Monday, which makes this vlog like pretty long, pretty long in terms of how many days I've been filming it. But we are getting ready to go to the car dealership and get my car today. That is the goal. That is the one goal, and to be able to get back in time to pick up our kids. So I'll catch up with you later, let you know how it goes.
Beep beep.
Okay, Brielle's turn.
Good job.
Okay, so I realized I never caught you up on how the rest of the weekend went, and it was just so busy, but it was very good. So let me just recap. So basically on Thursday, I helped out backstage with Brielle's musical, and it was really fun. I actually really enjoyed being back there and helping with stuff. It was a little bit chaotic because I tasked myself with being in charge of the junior cast, which are like kindergarten through second graders. And they just like have no clue what they're doing most of the time, just in life in general. So putting them in a musical makes it a little bit complicated, but I was able to help them and it was really fun. And then the next night I volunteered Nick to help backstage. He did not enjoy it as much as I did the night before, but for the actual show, he was volunteering. And I watched the show that night with a few friends of ours and with my mother-in-law. And it was so cute. I thought the students did a great job. It was really well done. And there were a lot of kids in this production. It was like, I think they said there were 77 kids. So that is a lot of kids in this musical production, ages kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. But it was really cute because Brielle loved it so much. And then Sunday, my parents came and my sister and her husband. And so they came and my grandma. They all came and watched the musical, and I helped backstage that day. So we did a lot of volunteering, helping backstage, which was fun, and I think they needed the help, so I'm glad we did it. And then I went to a bachelorette party Saturday night, so go back a day. Saturday, I headed to a bachelorette party in Hocking Hills, Ohio, and I'd never been before, even though we only live like an hour and a half away from there. And I actually just saw on a list of best places to see fall foliage in the United States, so I may have to go back there sometime when the leaves have changed. But we went hiking and we had a really low-key bachelorette party. We hung out by the bonfire. It was just such a nice time. And my friend who's getting married, Catherine, she's just like a really low-key, chill person. And so her bachelorette party was perfectly that exact same way. And then I know I kind of told you a little bit about my car saga. So I think I explained that my car had broken down and we were without a car for almost exactly 2 weeks. We didn't have my car, so it was really complicated. And we tried to go look at cars and all this stuff. So we did find a car and I really like it. So we were able to, this is our first time we've ever bought a car from a car dealership. And so I was like negotiating prices, and I'm not like a huge confrontational person, but I was like, I want a good deal in this car. So Nick and I were like studying these YouTube videos by people who tell you how to get the best deal at a car dealership, and we were buying a used car, but still. And we got the price talked down so much. I'm so happy. So really excited about that. It's an older car, like it's 2014, but it only had 75,000 miles, it had one owner. It's super nice. I am not a car person. Like I just do not care about having a super fancy car. But my other car was like a 2009. So this was an upgrade for me. I'm sorry, I would just much rather spend my money on going on a vacation with my family or something like that, or like redoing something in our house. I just don't care about having the newest, fanciest car. So I'm really happy with the new car, and it looks brand new and feels brand new. So that's been awesome so far. The kids were obsessed with it. Honestly though, a super chaotic week. So it was interesting. Vlogging was not my top priority, which is why I'm basically giving you this recap instead of showing you a lot of stuff. Oh, and this weekend, my friend's wedding. So we get to go to a wedding. Nick is officiating the wedding. Brielle is a flower girl in the wedding, and we have friends coming into town who used to live here, and they have 4 kids, and they're going to stay at our house. So we're going to be very busy and spending a lot of time with them. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I know it's not the typical like sit down, talk about adoption type of video, but I just really enjoy doing it every so often, and I appreciate those of you who take the time to watch it. If you made it to the end of this video, that means you're like my favorite type of person because you actually care enough. So if you made it to the end of this video, if you could put like a star emoji of some sort in the comments, then I will know that you are one of my people who actually watches all the way to the end, which means you're my favorite. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be back next week with our typical adoption content. I'm going to be talking all about adoption agencies coming up. So if you are someone who wants to find a good adoption agency and you're not sure what to look for, I've got you. So check out this next series that'll be coming up over the next like 4 or 5 weeks, all about adoption agencies, and who knows, maybe I'll throw a vlog or 2 in there as well. I can't make any promises though, because obviously I wasn't that great at vlogging this week. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you next Thursday.